Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name's Courtney. I'm back with another speed build. And this time I've got a cat cafe, which is actually dedicated to a friend who recently made affiliate on Twitch, and we were going on about like being cat ladies and all that. So I decided to make them a lovely little cat cafe in their name. So I wanted this cat cafe to kind of feel like it was someone's home and then they've like converted it into a cafe. So the structure of the like exterior is very much like a kind of homey, like a home. Wow, it's very much like the structure of like a normal house, less of like a community space. And I kind of imagined like they've changed it up a little bit and essentially made it so that they can have people come and share their love of cats. So other than like the main house is that, but then there's also like the extension of the balcony and the kind of side garden. And I put it on the lot in Bridgerton Bay, which is, I believe there was a house there. I think it was Cat Scratch Cottage. And that's kind of where I got the idea for it being a house and converted into a cat cafe from. I really wanted to like make it feel really cozy and homey and also have like a lot of personality. So I used mainly cats and dogs and base game, and then I ended up incorporating some of Movie Hangout as well because there's some beautiful coloured like bohemian-esque items and I loved it. So a lot of the exterior is like very mismatched. There's only a couple of windows that like are the same, and I wanted it to feel like, you know, they've renovated it or built the house out of all the bits and bobs, you know. I don't know if that makes any sense at all. I kind of imagined they like didn't want this house to feel too samey, and it is a very unique look in the end, and I actually really love it. And it gave me a chance to use a lot of the really colourful and bright items that I don't normally use, because normally if you've seen my other videos, you'll know that I'll do like quite similar colour schemes. Most of the time it'll be like wood tones and, you know, dark colours. And stuff that's like very matching, whereas this house, it's mad. Well, this cafe, sorry, it's mad. It's all mismatched. But I think it really works, and I really like the way it turns out. If I'm honest, I would love to visit this place. So I built this on Twitch, as I do with a lot of my speed builds. And it was just nice. It was a nice little stream. When I stream these builds, I tend to do them quite slowly and talk through everything I'm doing and take some suggestions and things like that. So this was actually the stream before last, because I play Fall Guys on a Friday. And in this stream, in the next stream, sorry, I actually made my follower goal, which was 50, and I got invited to the affiliate program on Twitch, which, if you don't know, it just basically means that people can subscribe to your channel and like you can receive channel points and things like that, and it does make it feel a bit more of a community than just like me producing or playing games, you know, which is really fun, and I'm very excited to start that. And my next stream is actually going to be on Tuesday. And I'm probably going to be building again, so if you'd like to check that out, it's twitch.tv/CourtEggy. Leave that in the description down below, as I usually do. Just excuse my voiceover today. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do a voiceover. I found kind of like a few nice songs, and I was like, gonna just have some music on there, and I figured actually, well, I don't want to then get in the habit of not doing a voiceover, because I quite enjoy it, enjoy having a little bit of a natter and talking about the build, because sometimes I feel like if I just show a build without explaining what I was thinking, it doesn't necessarily like come through, if you get what I mean. I really like being able to share those ideas with you guys and hopefully inspire other people to make some builds as well. So in terms of landscaping, I made flower beds, and pretty much that's it, because as you can see, kind of like the lot where the lot is sat, it's on like a deck, almost like over a fisherman's wharf. And I imagined if they had plants, they would all be in planters, and they would all be like quite well maintained and things like that. If you saw my Newcrest Park build, you'll know that I did something similar there. But this time I used some fences, the very small fence you get in the base game, and I used that to create some planters. And I had a couple of trees because I felt like it just needed something extra on the lot. So this is a good way of like making landscaping work on like more industrial kind of lots. So in the interior, it was very confusing because I realized like I'd like built everything outside, I was like, actually I've made this quite small for a cafe. So with cafes came in, get together, and then the items that it came with, the like cafe bar, is actually really large, and I didn't realize until I'd figured out the floor plan that it was far too big and wouldn't actually fit on the lot at all. So I ended up having to put it right at the front, so I can then use the rest of the space for seating and everything. And if you've ever been to a cat cafe, you'll probably realize, you know, most of the time it's just lots of sofas or tables and chairs and things like that, and then there's also lots of places for the cats to hang out. So we've got the big cat trees, Cayman cats and dogs, and I used a few of those, and then I also put shelves up all along the walls to create this almost like climbing frame for cats, and I did that on both the bottom and the top floor, and I think it ends up looking really cute. So it looks kind of empty because there's no like clutter items on there, but I believe that cats do actually jump on lots of different things, because I think that was one of the like really great things about this cats and dogs expansion compared to like other pets packs in the past, because the pets are a lot more like, what's the word, they're a lot more naughty in a way. They jump up on things and things like that. So I kind of made this like frame that wraps around to kind of emulate what you would see in a cat cafe. Lots of places for cats to sit and watch people. Well, every time I've been to a cat cafe, most of the time the big comfy seats like the sofas and that are always taken up by the cats. You have to sit on these, like, most of the time, these really uncomfy wooden chairs and tables, because the cats are obviously using their own space. They like to sit on the warm places. So another thing that comes with in cat cafes as well, they often have lots of seating near the windows, because obviously cats love looking out and watching the world and that. So I made like a little, almost like a seat bench where they could sit at the window and things like that. And I used like just some shelves, and then I used some scaled down like little tables that we got from Tiny Living that almost look like seats as well. So I put those along because I really love the colours and things like that. So as you'll notice, there's like no colours that match in this whatsoever. I went for like really, really bright light, like pastels and vibrant colours, and I even have like a rainbow door and everything. I've got a couple of pride flags dotted about, and I really love adding those into my like community spaces. So overall, there's not too much like going on. Upstairs there's like a little bit of a knitting section and like a chess table, and a little kids play area with some like toys and things like that. But overall there's not really a lot going on. It's just a couple of seats and things like that. So I was like, I'm just gonna go mad with colours. I'm gonna have so much fun here, and I really, really like how it turned out. So at the front door as well, there's also this big little seating area, with a shoe rack, because most of the time when you go to a cat cafe, you have to take your shoes off. Obviously, it's for safety and things like that. So I added that in the front as well, because I didn't know what else to put there. I was debating like a counter with like some high bar stools, but then I figured it was just too squished. So I figured adding in like a little extra seat where you would maybe wait around and things like that would be really nice. And then I also have a fireplace, like a chimney on the outside, and I wanted to do like a fireplace on the inside, but I felt like a fireplace wouldn't fit with the build. So I just used the fake fireplace frame and filled it with loads of clutter and plants and things like that. And I also used some of the new chairs from that patch that we got that was celebrating Hispanic culture. I used some of the like really lovely chairs we got from there, because they're so bright and colourful as well. So I believe in the end I only used the base game, cats and dogs, Get Together. You will need Get Together to make it a cafe. However, you can probably install the lot without it. And you can just change it to like a generic lot or a restaurant if you feel like it as well. And I also used a couple of stuff packs. So I used Nifty Knitting because I haven't used a lot of that stuff. And then when I saw the balls of yarn, I was like, this is just chaos. I want it. Cats and yarn is chaos. So I added in a few bits from there, and some of the decor items from Nifty Knitting are lovely as well. And then movie hangout stuff, and I believe that's it. I could be wrong. So it's relatively limited in terms of packs, but I just felt like these packs went really, really well together because they've got really lovely, bright, colourful items, and it just works really nice. So the only thing that you need from Get Together is the ability to have the cafes and that like espresso bar. So it's not like it relies on Get Together or anything like that to run the game, run the lot. So it will be pretty useful, and I think it's a really nice, cute build to add into a game if you feel like it. So my gallery ID is also Caught Eggy, and I'll be uploading this under the name like Pepper's Cat Cafe. So definitely, if you want to download that, feel free to. I also added in a few little bits and bobs like here and there about like to look after the cats. So I'm thinking like, like food bowls and some cat scratch stands and everything like that. So there's everything a cat will need here. And there's also a few balls dotted about as well. And a toy box outside, which you can have like little feather things in for playing with cats and stuff. So I did keep the outside relatively simple because I felt like if it was a cat cafe, they would probably keep all the cats inside. And the outdoor section is mainly for decoration, and there's also a climbing frame as well for kids. So this is definitely a family-friendly lot. And there's also, I also remembered to put a potty in the toilet as well. So I'm really trying harder to like make sure I include like a potty for the toilet and gender-neutral toilets as well in my game. So then that way like all Sims can use it and you can have all your family there and that. So I'm just I like to do those things because I think it makes like gameplay a little bit easier, because then you don't have to like worry about taking a toddler home, when they need to use the loo or whatever. I think it turned out really nicely. Let me know what you think down in the comments down below. Please like and subscribe if you feel like it, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!